Okay, well how about another fortress and using the MixMod here. We're not going to be space pirates again. I have something else planned. We're going to go into the region of Inello, is basically all we're going to call it. It's a pretty old world. Generated it for about 1,000 some years. Try to give it a little bit of history. Hopefully this fortress will last a few years. Hell, hopefully it'll last a season or two. I'll be fine with that. I still am using my 4-year limit, so after 4 years, we're probably going to be canceling the fortress and then going on to adventure mode or something like that. I'm not sure how long or exactly what we'll do. We are going to be, let me cycle to them, we're going to be the Creek of Racing. That is a rainbow pony civilization. And we're going to bring glory and honor to their empire. The thing I want to do is, I've already tried this a few times, and I've not been happy with any of the embark areas that I've chosen. I've done a horrible selection so far. What I'm looking for is a sinister, terrifying, or haunted region on the ocean with a river and forest. Obviously, that is asking for a whole lot. That's a whole lot of stuff that I want in a very small area. I'm only going to be embarking on a probably like a 1x2 area at most. What I want is a 1x1 area, but that's not going to have everything that I'm demanding here. Let's see, we got the Bog of Sucking, the Lake of Blight. I don't think that lakes will have what I want. See, I want ocean because I want waves. I want a coastline. I want driftwood. I haven't actually done a video on the ocean yet, and I would really like to. I'll never do a real actual fortress, one of my serious fortresses, on the ocean. Primarily because I think it would just be bad. There'd be too much of the screen taken over by water. I could always try to drain the ocean into hell or something. I don't want a brook either. If we're going to have a river or anything like that, it needs to be a real river. None of this half-assed, piddly brook stuff. The stream, river, rat glands, the Dald Jackal. That's quite a name for a river. The major river. Let's follow it for a moment. Where does it go? There's a lake. Does it go all the way to the ocean here? And still rat glands, the Dald Jackal. Now this is the river Habit Irons, the Shack of Hating. There goes rat glands. It turns away. Here's Habit Irons. Where are you going, Habit Irons? It dead ends into the murky swamps here. And the geared forests. This ocean, unfortunately, doesn't really have what I'm looking for because it's a joyous wilds ocean. It's too friendly. The fields of mirth, more joyous wilds. The Sooty Hills. I'd also prefer not to have an aquifer, but I know that's going to be extremely hard if I embark on ocean property, oceanfront, beachfront property, whatever. You know, forest plus beach would actually be pretty good. We'd have plenty of wood. So let's see, we've got the Worthy Jungle. It's calm, though. No, not going to happen. The Goo of Cancer, freshwater swamp. Yeah, well, it does have good trees, it says. Let's see. It's not an aquifer. It's haunted swamp with the lovely ocean. What's the height map say? 5 and 3. It's pretty weird. I don't understand that. I would think the oceans would all be zeros. There must be little mountains under the ocean there. We're going to come back to that place. I'm real tempted to embark there. We're going to spend a little bit of time looking for a really good embark, though. I mean, that is good, but let's get away from the joyous wilds ocean. There are a few other oceans around here that are harsh. We've got the blueness of cremating ocean here. It's completely filled with volcanoes that are slowly expanding the land mass. Eventually the sea will be no more, but they're spewing their acidic ash into it, and anything that tries to swim or live in it is completely dissolved and cremated. That's where it got its name from. The desert of Flushing. It's yellow sand. Whatever you do, don't build sand castles out of it. We got the plain of Cherishing. Bunch of volcanoes down here. What am I doing? I'm looking for ocean, damn it. The desert of Starving. Not a single morsel to be had. The problem with my map generation is that I don't actually use a lot of oceans. I try to remove all of the ocean tiles if possible. Occasionally you do get little oceans like this on the edges that pop up. The torturous blueness. This is more like it. The bitter jungle. So, well, unfortunately the bitter jungle is an aquifer. I may actually have to go all the way back over to that swamp in order to avoid having an aquifer on our land tile. Obviously having an aquifer on the ocean tile is no big deal because we're not going to be able to dig through it anyways. We can dig up through it. Nope, still aquifer there. And I don't want aquifer because I don't want our ponies to be trapped above ground. I don't know if I'm going to be able to break through an aquifer. I don't have a technique perfected for that. I'm sure I could look one up on the wiki. But that has a high probability of failing on us and providing hilariousness for the video. Which I guess we might do. Maybe take a few chances since I don't normally do that in my serious fortresses. The Plains of Vice. We've got the major river here that drains into it. What is this river? The diminished distraction of societies. Drains into it right there. No, that's a stream. The tepid speeches. Well, I guess we're gonna do this embark then. If this doesn't work, maybe I'll scrap this footage too. And we'll try again. Wasn't really wanting to embark on the Joyous Wilds Ocean, simply because it's too happy for us. I don't think it poses any real threat. I could be wrong. But as far as I know, Joyous Wilds are nothing to be scared of. So now, where do we want to embark? I'm checking the height map. So I want to make sure that it is somewhat interesting. You know, we've got a river here. Could I have a river and an ocean? No, because that's got an aquifer. Is that Bolt Ocean? Well, we've got the Goo of Cancer right there. And we've got the lovely ocean plus a... We've got two parts of a river here. Even though it's probably just a dinky brook. It might be better than nothing, though. We might actually try this. It's 1-1 for the height map. Just got slopes. Okay, we're going to try to embark here and just see what it is. It's got a little bit of dry land, it says, with no aquifer. So we'll embark here, and let me get something set up real quick. Make sure I start with the proper number of ponies. I want to start with a little bit more than 7. We'll start with 12. Yeah, so let's embark and try this. You've selected an area with salt water. It may be very difficult to survive here. Missing a bunch of ponies, but we've got all these ones. It's more than enough. 188 points. I've already got all of my gear selected in this profile, and you can pause it and look at it if you want. We've also got 2 slaves with us, which are elf slaves. We've captured them on our little ride here, and we're going to train them to do all the work for us that we don't want to do. I think that should be good then. Well, actually, I got 188 points left over. I'm going to spend that on... I want to pump it into iguana meat, because it could be a while before we get our farms situated. And actually, the last I'm going to spend on lichen swill here. Absolutely disgusting. Fermented lichen. Mixed with the cheapest of sugars available. So we'll embark. Let's see what we get here. We've arrived. After a journey from the pony homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, our harsh trek has finally ended. Our party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all Zanganimsal. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plow, or hoof, provide for your ponies. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings before the hypnocatrices get hungry? Those even sound scary. A new chapter of pony history begins here at this place. Spoken wasps, strike the earth. So let's pause it real quick, take a look at our surroundings before things get hairy. This is the entire map, by the way. This is a 1x2 embark. I can fit almost all of it on the screen, zoomed in at this resolution here, which is what we're going to stay. There's the ocean. This is the ocean that I've got. The ocean tile, huh? I've got one ocean tile, we've got a waterfall, and this is the creek. Thankfully, we did not start on top of a pond. It is early spring, first granite. I'm sure that all of this snow will be melting soon. Oh, good times ahead. So we've got a cute little waterfall, at least. We'll have to see what we can do. I was hoping... You know what? This might actually be... There's a ferry there. I was hoping that this would be a beach, but it doesn't look like it's going to be. Damn. Muddy alm shell pebbles. I think this might be our beach right here. Okay, well, I'm going to save it real quick. I'm going to get the ponies named, and whenever we come back, we'll get started. So here's all the P's. You better get used to seeing these. We don't have an icon or a tile for the ponies. Don't have it for a lot of the mods, or a lot of the races in this mod pack. We do have little dwarf tiles for our elven slaves, so you can watch them run around and get some familiarity with them at least. I'll be back. Okay, so here we are. Let's see. These are the current ponies in our little empire here. This is going to be a little beach resort, I think. A little beach trade outpost. We're going to have maybe a cabana built on top, some retreat houses for other ponies to rent should they come stay on our resort here. But these are the founders. We'll see how long they survive, and even if they'll survive. The first thing I want to do is go ahead and create a militia squad here. We're going to give them a metal armor. They are the nests of sport. And who's going to lead them? I think Revocane can lead them. We're going to add anyone who up here is a proficient axe pony to this squad. There should be, I think, 5 of them. So we got Jefficorn, V, Q, Revocane is the leader. The last one is Paige there. All the other ponies are civilian ponies. And let's enable them. I think that's all I need to do for them for now. I'm not sure. The sheriff? That, You know what? I think of the sheriff. I don't want it to be our militia leader. Our militia captain or whatever. I think the sheriff can go ahead and be Jefficorn after what he did as a pirate. He's proven he's not afraid of blood. The manager is going to be Hangnail. Chief Medical Dwarf is going to be Twiggy. He's our medical doctor. The broker is also Hangnail, and the bookkeeper is also Hangnail. And we don't have a militia captain because that would give us another squad. I want to go ahead and give an order for our axe pony, our woodcutter pony, to go ahead and start cutting down all these trees. Primarily because he doesn't really have anything else he can do until we get some of these, until we get our rooms dug where we want our fortress entrance to be. Maybe right here. Make it a 3-tile wide entrance right there. Where's the edge of the map? Right there, and that's the top. We'll have the stairs down right here. And let's kind of expand this out a little bit better. That way they have a little bit of walking space around it. And see, this level, I'm not sure what will make each level yet. We'll give I'll dig it out, see what the layers are, if they're soil layers, if it's an aquifer layer, before I designate anything else. Who knows, we might break into the cavern after only digging 3 or 4 Z levels down. I'm just designating a whole bunch of Z levels to be dug. I'm not exactly counting them out, because it doesn't matter. I have a really strong assumption and belief that we're going to be striking a rock that is too hard for me to penetrate through, basically. We'll unpause it, and as soon as I do, we have our first friends showing up here. It is skeletal Brahmin. Completely rotted away, just a gigantic skeleton. A large mammalian, two-headed cow. They often bear large horns, and the males are ill-tempered. They are domesticated for milk and meat. And we're going to be having a lot of things move through the map here. Primarily because, well, one, we're in a dangerous region, and two, because our map is so small. We're going to be just slaughtering everything that comes on the map. So the game, for some reason, just gets it in its mind to go ahead and send more fun our way, which is, I guess, fine by me. So who do we have charging forward here? I know it's probably kind of hard to see, but there's not a lot I can do. The peas are our ponies, the bright, large blue peas. Those are the soldier ponies. The lowercase p's, those are all of our civilians. I think that maybe some of the noble positions have their own special P version as well. They might not, though. Yeah, there's a pink P. It's Hang Now. Twiggy, our chief medical pony, is pink. So pink is, or purple, I think it is. Maybe it's pink. I'm colorblind. But that signifies nobles, like always. And, again, who is in the front? There's Paige. And there is V. Jeff Korn, the sheriff, is right behind, followed by Q. And they're all charging forward. We'll see how well we deal with skeletons here. Paige hacks the skeleton Brahmin and the upper body, tearing apart the muscle. We're just going to let them tumble around for a bit. If somebody gets killed and wounded, we'll find out. Paige hacks the skeleton and the lower body. It gets cut in two. Somebody's running away. Q is fleeing. Upper body has been gored open. Upper body is torn open. Upper body is gushing rainbow pony blood. It's squirting out in a myriad assortment of colors. The upper body is bruised. And I think that's the only one that's damaged there. Jefficorn's fine. Paige is fine. V is fine. Charge! Kill the skeleton Brahmin. Turn him into dust. This is not good for Q. Q passes out unconscious and pale. There's not really a whole lot I can do about that because I don't have a hospital. I don't even have chairs or beds yet. Okay, hang on. Now we got something crawling out of the ocean, it looks like. Nitori Curry. Let's cross our fingers on this description here. A Yukuri based after the Kappa Nitori Kawashiro. These Yukuri are best known for being one of the few species that has the ability to live within the water without melting. They're also known for being able to spit water and building simple machines, but not a lot of people have seen them perform this. They're also rumored to be good farmers. Wonderful. Now we have to kill them. So, let's rouse our squad here and send them out. There's 4 of them. Can they fly? They have arms, hands, shells. I don't think they can fly. Looks like they're just slithering along the coastline there. And I don't... You know what? I don't think our squad can actually make it over there to them. Because we can't cross the river here unless it freezes over. And we have no way down into this river because of its sheer cliff walls. It doesn't have any ramps there. Well, obviously we need to build a bridge there. You know what? I'm going to move the military squad down here. We'll station them right there just in case they fly across and try to attack us. Soon I will start building... Well, you know what, actually? No, I'm just going to build a quick workshop up here. We'll place a carpenter's workshop right there made out of hickory logs. And a mason's workshop right there made out of dogwood. I gotta get things started. I don't know how much time we're gonna have before something really mean shows up. And wow, all of the snow just flash melted up there. The ocean section is still frozen, I guess. Which is fine by me. The Nicatories or whatever are flying around there just Apparently they can swim too. It's wonderful. Just wonderful. And I guess they're really not flying around, because they don't have wings. Unless they can flap their hands quick enough to fly. Which I don't think they can. There's Q, still pale, no longer bleeding, but in extreme pain. Let's remove all of those ramps there. And in fact, you know, remove all of those ramps. Just leave that little section right there for now. In fact, you know what? In double fact, let's turn these into ramps right there. And then turn that into a ramp. And hopefully nothing caves in on one of our poor dwarf's heads. Oh boy, what did I do here? Mason's workshop, it is half on this pond, half off. It's a frozen pond. It's still iced over. So the ice hasn't melted, but all the snow did. I don't really like that. Let's move that mason shop. And yeah, fine, make it out of charcoal, whatever. We're getting it back as soon as I get the areas designated down here that I want dug out. They're punching through the stone layers there. It's about 5, 6, 7 layers down or so. You can see all types of various gems and ores. We've got rough-hewn Santa Claus wall there. Santa clays. Rough-hewn raw phazon wall. Cyanite, rough-hewn Santa clays. A lot of Santa clays. I hope that's valuable. Raw phazon, more Santa clays. Wow. There's even clay here, some silt. And what is this? This is some type of ore. Goethite. I think that's for iron, if I'm not mistaken. Iron and lead, maybe iron and zinc or something like that. It's been a while. And I could look through my stone screen here and find out what each ore and rock gives us. But with all of these mods, it is just page after page after page after page of stone. There's something like 200 to 300 different stones and ores in that menu there, and yeah, it's kind of a chore to sort through it all. Well, if we were able to kill these things, we would be ambushed and assaulted by the next stream of monsters. Pretty much as soon as you kill the one batch that comes onto your screen, the next batch comes. I'm going to have our military stand down for now so they can get to work. They've got civilian tasks that they can do. Let's see, Carpenter's Workshop. I want to make a bunch of beds first off. And at the Mason's Workshop, let's get some thrones and some tables, a whole bunch of tables actually, because I need tables for the hospital. I need tables for the offices, tables for the hospital, tables for, of course, the dining hall. Oh, we'll get our workshops set up eventually. I might actually put a few traps down this hallway, even though I don't normally use traps. I might do it anyways. Our military charge is back onto duty for some reason. They'll cycle in and out, I think, as they do training and stuff. Or I could have them stand down completely, actually. Switch their schedule to inactive. There we go. And again, if you don't know how to do any of the stuff I'm doing, go watch a Captain Duck tutorial. He does a really good job explaining everything. He's how I learned how to play Dwarf Fortress. That and the wiki and the forums, of course. Inappropriate dig square. Well, we're all the way to the bottom of the stairwell there, and we didn't strike the caverns. I'm going to keep digging down, though. And I'm actually going to stop recording here. It's fairly quiet. We've got the fortress set up, and I just need to do a whole bunch of off-screen designating of the rooms and setting things up. I know some of you would absolutely love to see that. But in order to avoid a 10-hour long video or something like that, I'm going to cut that stuff out. So I'll be back as soon as something interesting happens. And I won't build a whole bunch of stuff off screen. I'm just going to designate it, because Honestly, this is kind of tedious for you guys, isn't it? Okay, well, it's 11th, granted. It hasn't been that long since I unpaused the game, and we're just going to take a quick look at the fortress. You can see all of the snow on our beach has melted now. You can, all these little icons here, that is all driftwood that has washed up on shore. I'm pretty sure it's driftwood. Yeah, it is. And I think we can actually even craft stuff out of it. So not too bad. We have the brook here that just cuts through our beach. It's a source of fresh water for us. Not too bad. And of course our sand is actually shell. Alum shell pebbles. So we've got a nice little purple beach there. I kind of like this little beach resort that we've got. And yay, we've discovered an expansive cavern deep underground. I thought we would hit it soon. That is all the way down on level 67. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff down there. Roth bulls. Whatever that D is. What is that D? Is that a tree or something? It is a fairy dragoness. Apparently it's just some type of critter that I can't examine. But let's see. This is our entrance here. And if we go down, you can see that this is going to be one of the bedroom floors for nobles. These are noble bedrooms, kind of. They're low-ranking noble bedrooms. Eventually we'll have mega noble bedrooms if we make it that far. And they've got their own little break areas that we'll try to decorate out and stuff. These are just more generic bedrooms. It might stretch out in a couple other directions. It can't go to the west or to the north because these are the edges of the map. But I could stretch it out this way a bit or something. Add more rooms that way. Down a whole bunch of floors. This is going to be a workshop level. The dogs go crazy. This is going to be a workshop level right here. We'll place a whole bunch of workshops in the middle of this hallway. And inside this buttressing here, we'll place a whole bunch of statues. Just kind of to tweak it a little bit. Make it special for the ponies. Yeah, there we go. That's even. And then down even more floors. Here we go. Here's the caverns. Whole bunch of fancy stone you can see. What's all this dwarf stone? Rough-hewn face stone. It looks like a pony face whenever you stare at it in the dark cavern light. Got a whole bunch of, what is this? Grobnite. That is all over the place. There's the stairwell that we were going to dig. Actually, no, we could continue. No, I don't want to dig that. I actually better cancel that stairwell before I unpause it. Otherwise, I'm going to open up our base to the caverns before I'm ready for them. I want to have a better entranceway than whatever the hell that was going to be. A one tile wide stairwell. I might actually have to floor this over here. I'll let them dig that out though. Let them dig all of this out. So this is our base layout so far. It's going to take them a while to dig all of this. And I'm not heading to the caverns just yet. I want to get these bedrooms set up. Well, I might head out there soon. I do need to get my farms set up at some point. We've got Clover there, shower dress. Chopping down trees. And you know what? One thing I haven't went over yet, and I probably should. There are different types of ponies that have come along on our journey. So let's check a few of them out. Here's Dion right here. Dion Grower Wheat is his name. And he is a pony that has beautiful wings. He's 79 years old, and he likes bismuth night, royal bronze. He absolutely detests bats, however. So, that's what type of pony he is. He's got beautiful wings, not bad. He can fly, he's a flying pony. I don't know if we can send him into war flying or anything. Revocane seed scooped here, a small spidery pony with 8 legs. That is just absolutely creepy. So he's got 8 legs and he spiders around. He can shoot web too. Pretty good military pony actually. He'll do good as our general, our leader there. He'll charge towards the enemies and ensnare them. Clover pony here. Another 8-legged pony with a majestic mane, magical tusks. What do they detest? Detests blood flies. I don't think those are found around beaches. Those are normally in tropical areas. Our elves are still up topside doing absolutely nothing. I might need to put them in a cage and whip them for a while or something to get them motivated. Let's see, we have Ed here. Here's Chili Tomato. What type of pony is he? A pony with a strong bond with nature. So a hippie pony, 79 years old, detests lizards. Twiggy, Jefficorn. Jefficorn's another spider pony. And detests louse. I hate the delousing process. Paige. A slimy tentacle growing from its forehead? What type of pony is that? Paige, leopard baked. Dislikes cave spiders. Everybody dislikes cave spiders. Q here. A pony with a strong bond with nature. V. A pony with beautiful wings that soars through the air, spreading rainbows wherever it goes. This one's a pony with a strong bond with nature. We've got a lot of hippie ponies around here. Grimsus. A pony with a slimy tentacle growing from its forehead. And Hangnail. An enormous pony with a huge mane. The only one of its kind in our fortress, I think. Maybe that's like a steel or a stone dwarf. Might have to put that pony in the military at some point. And it starts raining. So that's all that's going on in the fortress right now. We're crafting things. I'm going to be getting rooms set up. It is 11th granite. Population of 12. Still have these things flying around, whatever they are. The Nitorkuri, Kukurburi, the Nitros over there. And as soon as they're gone, we're probably going to have a fight on our hands. I'm also going to build a bridge across here at some point. Just don't know when. Well, we're still in the month of granite, and it looks like our second little challenge has appeared here. Our second little battle, anyways. Zombie heron. Those are birds, right? Let's see. A light blue waterfowl with long legs and a long bony neck that is about ready to be snapped in twain by our war ponies. Go, ponies, crush them! Why are you not doing as I command? You know what? Actually, whenever your military derps out on a kill command, give them a station command instead. So let's send them right there. And now, come on, ponies. Everyone gather round. We've got business to do here. They charge forward. It shouldn't be a big deal. Jefficorn collides with the zombie heron. They're all targeting him now. He slammed into that one at full speed and just pulverized its bones. He should be fine. I'm just going to unpause it and let this battle go through real quick. He spins his axe and lops its head off. And what do we got from the side here? Red chew and green chew. So chews have shown up. A blob. It leaves behind globs of its own liquid. Some more funds. We quickly dispatched all those zombie herons there. And as soon as they left the screen, these fiends showed up. Right now they're being chased by Q and Paige. I don't think they can fly now. They just got bodies. They'll be chased into our other military here. There they go. They give chase. V and Jefficorn, please don't play around the water. Oh, you know what? Real quick. I'm going to give an order to place to try and get them to dig several ramps around these little ponds. 'Cause I just foresee, you know, for some strange reason, I just foresee ponies needlessly throwing themselves into these ponds to drown. I don't know. It seems to happen from time to time whenever things play around water. Q shakes the green chew around by the body, breaking away the rest of the body's jelly and tearing apart the skin. So, let's see. V slaps the green chew in the body. They got that one cornered down there, and they finally smear it into the ground. Oh, it's just a sticky chew puddle in the dirt now. And looks like a whole bunch more have shown up. No, wait, zombie slimes. A green blob of fluid with leathery skin. They grow rapidly for 2 years and then slowly expand for the rest of their lives. His skin is plump, his body is rotten. Okay. This could be a little bit of fun. This isn't going to give any of our dwarfs titles, by the way. I don't believe you get titles from killing wildlife. Wow, they just completely start ripping through the slimes as if they weren't even there. Level 1 slimes, everyone gets 1 experience, and then they move on their way. Military, move back up here. So what do we have moving over here now? Beds. Freaking beds are moving along the shore. It's giant sea crabs. A sea-dwelling creature. It is known for its succulent meat and hard shell. That means they're over there, which means we're not going to fight them, which means we actually should be fine now. If the monsters would have spawned over here, we would have quickly dispatched them, and then another wave of monsters would have come. But since they spawned on the side we can't reach, they're just going to shuffle around for a while. Military, you can stand down. Yeah, I'll just leave them inactive now. They drop their axes, drop their socks and armor that they have there on the ground. And they can get back to carrying stuff and mining out the various things we have planned. Still waiting on the bedrooms here. Waiting on all those bedrooms. Waiting on pretty much everything. Everything's in a state of half completion. The workshop hallway is half complete. At some point I need to smooth it all down. I need to get a barracks set up quite quickly too. Even though a barracks is not going to be the best way to train for MixMod. I may actually throw up a danger room too. Barracks are fine if you're taking things nice and slow. If you want to do a long fortress. I think danger rooms might be the smarter deal here. So it is second slate mid-spring. We've dispatched the foes, and now we're just watching the giant crab monstrosities shuffle along the beach over there. Okay, well, something quite horrible has just shown up on our doorsteps. I assume it's horrible. We were warned about this thing at our embark warning. An abomination has shown up, but not just any abomination, a zombie abomination. A patchwork creature whose self-hatred can only be quenched by attacking anyone it finds. It has plump hair, its eyes are red, and its stripes are orange and black. There it is. We're going to scramble our military to go up there and hopefully deal with it before it can sight somebody and charge after them. We might actually lose some people here. I don't know how tough these things are. Let's see. What's its size? Plump hair. I can't tell if it's gigantic or muscled or anything. It is a zombie. And Revocane takes off after it. Let's check out Revocane. He's got 4 kills. Looks like 4 zombie slimes. He has 2 deities. Nesteth. Just in case he dies here, we gotta see this. A deity of the Creek of Racing takes the form of a female tentacle pony and is associated with charity, lust, and depravity. That is awesome. Cog Rashgurs most often takes the form of a female tentacle pony and associated with valor. Revocane has a thing for tentacles, apparently. You have a grudge with Ed, and you're friends with all of the other ponies, pretty much. Friends or acquaintances. And the nearest other soldier besides him is Paige there. He charges after the abomination. He kicks the zombie abomination in the head with his left hoof, bruising the muscle and jamming the skull into the brain. He hits it at full gallop and kills it instantly. Okay, so holy shit, hang on. I was gonna say that wasn't much of a fight, but in the chat log I've got something else on screen here. Where is it? It's a zombie white Kadama. It's up here attacking our elves. Let's scramble the military. We'll send them right over here. So the abomination wasn't anything, and our elf quickly dispatches the Adamas there. Revocane hacks the skeletal Brahmin in the head. So now we've got skeletal Brahmins from the north here. They swarm over the Brahmins, the ponies do, and stomp them down into the ground. You can see our ponies right now are carrying things down into into the fortress. I've got our hospital set up. And soon I'll have workshops set up right there. The hospital is this area. We're going to have 2 different wings. That way if I need to close a wing down and starve out the wounded in there, I can. And this little central area will be not a tomb place. Not a tomb, but kind of like a morgue. We'll place all the dead bodies in there. The bedrooms are still being dug out. I'll get those set up as soon as we've got furniture for them. And I'll plan out the dining hall at some point. Looks like we got more zombie Brahmin down there. You know, if all we've got is zombie Brahmin and the other stuff we fought so far, this isn't going to be a big challenge for these ponies. I kind of think these ponies have decently good stats. They do just kind of clobber and stomp through things there. They slam into the skeletal Brahmin at full speed, knocking them into piles of bones. And what's this? A skeletal rote Moda. Looking for all the world like a gigantic frog, the Moda's lumpy skin belies powerful muscles that grant it an agility not seen in its smaller cousins. So it can't fly, and it's over here on the other side that we can't get to. Twiggy saw the thing there and freaked out. Okay, so we should be fine then unless something else shows up. The only other thing we have on our radar, we got the Rote Moda up there, and then a bunch of bat ponies down here in the cave. But so far they haven't flown up the stairwell, and I don't think they can even get to us. I'll keep my eye and see what other fiends show up. Okay, well, another quick fight on our hands here, I think. The Rote Moda was struck down, by the way, by our female elf peasant there. Apparently our elves can take care of themselves. But we've got some bark spiders that have shown up here. Let's see, a dangerous insect with huge pincers and a poisonous barbed tail. Let's just give the move command for the military, send them down here to deal with it. One of the scorpions was already just completely destroyed by one of our elves there. They charge after it. Rivocane hacks the bark scorpion and the cephalothorax with his steel battle axe, tearing apart the muscle and tearing apart the brain. It lodges into the wound and he kicks it clean off. So there's only one left. Another quick fight here. And V is chasing after him. The scorpion gets caught up in the web. And wow, a whole bunch of zombie Brahmin just pop up to the south. What will show up next to fight? It's a Royal Rumble. You knock it down, they come back. Now we've got on this side skeletal Brahmin. Okay. So we should be fine for another decent amount of time. It's 5th Fell Site, late spring. Summer will be coming up soon. And who knows what'll be thrown our way. I need to get a trade depot set up too, don't I? Oh no, and a stray lamb's been stung by a wasp. I didn't even know that I had wasps around here. That's all too close to the edge. We'll place the trade depot right here by the river. Make it out of Santa Clays. I've got plenty of that stuff. I need to get rid of it so that we can tell where things are. Right now it looks like a whole bunch of dead dwarfs lining the floor. That's just awful. Okay, well, just got this message on my screen. I think this is kind of like a gremlin that shows up in the regular dwarf fortress. They pull levers and do general mischief around the fortress. But an evasive infected has shown up. It is that you right here in front of our doors. You might notice you're going to notice some changes around the fortress. I'm slowly building some things. I'll explain what they are as we go. But a skeletal evasive infected. A humanoid with deeply recessed eyes and a dazed look on his face. Either by curiosity or complete disregard, they have been dashing about the fort and pulling levers at random. So there it is. I'm going to give a kill command. We also still have a few skeletal things running around. Looks like we've got 2 of them. An evasive infected, another one has shown up, and another one. They're all over the place. Looks like our elf buddy there just completely ripped through them. I'm gonna butcher our elf friends here soon, by the way. Another evasive infected. Somebody charges after it. Revocaine does. He hoofs it in the head, destroying the brain. It falls down. A downtrodden elf, zombie evasive. Okay. Wait, are they still fighting? No. Something's still fighting because... Unless it's just walking through the web. Because you get a little C here every time there's combat, so... I guess if somebody trips over the web, they get a combat update there. And the dogs go crazy, of course. Pretty sure it's because they're hearing me talk and they don't know what the hell to do. They're freaking out about it. But let's go ahead and I'm going to tell you guys what's going on around the fortress here. This is the main entrance, obviously. I'm walling it in, and this area right here is going to be a barracks. Up above, I'm going to have the sheriff's office, and... Oh no, and Q's been stung, but above that I might have just an archery range or something. Maybe some fortifications, that way we can have pony archers up there to kind of guard and look out. We'll have a watchtower over here someday, eventually, that raises up to the sky. A lighthouse, actually, on the beach. And down on the beach we're still going to get a little cabana set up. Maybe throw some beach towels out there or something. I'm going to be moving the trade depot soon too, because this is a back entrance now. No one's going to be using that if we can help it. Going down, got some rooms set up. This is our... this is Hangnail's room. That is, you know, let's see, Hangnail is our manager, our broker, our bookkeeper. And before I forget, let's change the settings to high precision. Get to work, Hangnail. You've got some stuff to do. Setting some bedrooms up finally for the dwarves as well, or for the ponies, beds and junk for them. Not really anything important. The hospital is almost completely set up. I need a few more tables and a few more... not exactly sure what they're called. Retractable workbenches or something. Let's see, what are they? Should be capital R. It's for the hospital. A traction bench, that's right. Help stretch out someone's arms or legs if they're broken and they don't want to untense. We can make them stretch out a little bit, snap that bone back into place. All of the workshops are being built still. They're just pumping out stuff that we need, nothing important. A couple statues, and if we keep going down, I'm getting this hallway worked on. This is going to have our butcher shops in here. This would be another butcher shop probably. And then we're going to butcher those elves that we brought, primarily because they are overpowered. They are real overpowered. I was looking at their stats, and they're probably going to be impossible to kill for anything. Unless it gets to lucky blow on them. They're all Grandmaster in every single skill, so don't use any downtrodden stuff. They're not really downtrodden, they're faking it completely. But, I'm not exactly sure how we're going to break into the cavern down here. There are Crundles running around. I'm not sure where the stairwell is going to take us, though. I might wrap it around over here. I could put a stairwell right here and just dig down through this rock all the way down. We could completely bypass this cavern. Could leave the stairwell right here and then come out over here and have a nice little water entrance to the cavern. Still haven't decided. I'm not even going to worry about it just yet. Soon, I do need to get our farm set up. We still got 163 meat and plenty of drink. And, of course, we've got all the water we could possibly need, unless these ponds start to evaporate. I don't think they will. Job item lost or destroyed? No, you don't be doing this stuff. What's this? A zombie goose? A large waterfowl with a long neck. The mother leads its children along in a straight line as they travel. So now we've got zombie gooses showing up. A flock of zombie goose. It's a gaggle of goose, right? A gaggle of geese. Probably not going to be anything to worry about. I haven't shown all of the zombie fights primarily because we just completely stomp over all of these zombies. They don't stand a chance against us. We're going to move that squad down there, though. There they go. And who is that? Wait, some migrants have arrived. Wonderful. Govos Pines White shows up. Wow, we got a whole bunch of them. Let's see. Just watch them fight that. They're going to stomp down the geese. Now, if it was a skeletal whale or something, then we could be worried. We got 2 migrants. That's not as good as I was hoping it would be. We have Curlog Sweet Plated, Carpenter Mason Diagnostician. I don't know what we'll do with him. Probably military. And Gorvos, a great metal crafter, a competent bone carver, and a talented wound dresser. Probably military for him too. Revocane leaves his martial trance, no longer pumped up from the goose attacks, and we'll just send the military back here. So it's rather quiet, it's rather slow. The military is just marching around, destroying anything that comes around. There's a zombie eagle. Yeah, zombie eagles aren't going to be anything. If it was a giant zombie eagle or something like that, it might stand a chance at striking us down. Somebody runs up there. It's V. He's over there killing them all. I assume he just killed both of the eagles. He killed one. That one's flying up there. Most of the creatures, by the way, you'll notice have really weird icons. It's just how... Is he flying? I'm pretty sure, yeah. He was flying over the walls. That's awesome. He's a pony with beautiful wings. That's right. 2 kills, a zombie slime, and a bark scorpion. Wow, that's pretty neat. Just thinking of how useful that's going to be for him to charge into battle before anyone else. He'll just fly over the walls. And our new arrival has found himself stung by a wasp. Congratulations. It is 14th Malachite Midsummer. I'm just going to get back to designing the fortress and setting things up. I know some of you would love to see every little thing I do, but not for this fortress. I'll be back whenever something interesting happens.